For 2 years, my Apple Pencil has been a waste of money. Crap, doesn't work. Oh my God, don't cry. So how does this help me as a software engineer? It's touchscreen, make it smart. Let's see if Scribble, a new handwriting recognition feature, makes a difference. I like that. Hey nerds and geeks, I'm Kalash Day. Let's get started. You may not know this, but there are actually 2 different handwriting recognition capabilities. In 2018, Apple came out with an update which meant it can read what you wrote with the marker, but the problem was that you didn't know if it had successfully parsed what you wrote. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. H is for hot girl.
H is for hot girl, because that's what I am.
You can see here on the sidebar that since it's the only text in the note, it used it to name it, and it thinks I wrote his for not girl. And that's how it can mess up when you're looking for one thing, but the computer recognizes it as something else. Let's search for Megan's album, which has Sugar Baby on it. Good news. So what else can this feature do? It can recognize any shapes you draw. All you have to do is hold. It also lets you write lines with contiguous 90-degree angles and even clouds. In the 2020 iPadOS 14 update, now you have a new handwriting pen with an A on it. This is what Apple calls Scribble. Anywhere you can type text, you can write with the Apple Pencil. I can handwrite in search and find what I'm looking for. And this is explained in their 2018 patent, Managing Real-Time Handwriting Recognition. If you're trying to use this feature in another app, they might not have made the handwriting tool available, so pay attention to that. This pencil retails for $129, but let's not get discouraged by the price just yet. I have used every single notes or productivity app at some point. Trust me on that. I already mentioned before that you can search written text, but if it's in Apple Notes, it can also search the text of any picture, any scanned documents, and that scanned document is you taking a picture on your phone of a handwritten note. Yeah! Plus, there are data detectors to automatically detect what you write, including special formats like phone numbers and addresses. Let me give you an example. 301-4567. You can click it, save the number for that cute boy in the coffee shop in 2022, whatever. One thing being a software engineer at Nike really drilled into me is globalization. Pero es muy triste que no funciona en español. It only works for English and Chinese right now. So I'm happy that the patent is for all Latin characters, which means that other languages are definitely on the roadmap. So how does this help me as a software engineer? Coding Snake is a common task in the first year of computer science, like my baby sister's in. I use Apple Notes and Apple Pencil to help supplement her learning of different concepts. A few months ago, she was in college and she wanted some help. And by college, I mean she was downstairs in the dining room and I was in bed and I didn't feel like getting up. We needed a virtual whiteboard and we made one with Apple Notes. You can simulate college ruled and wide ruled paper and adding a grid to your sheet. You can use this too by sharing your iPad screen on Google Meet or Zoom. Let's do some text editing. First, make sure you're using the handwriting tool. Next, let's take a look at this song, which I'm sure has a Grammy nod at some point. It's called I Wanna Hear Your Secrets from Bob's Burgers. I wanna hear your secrets. I'm so interested in you. Let's say you go and you make a mistake. Oops. You can either bring back shake weights and use the shake to undo feature, which I don't recommend. So let's just delete it by scratching it out. Let's input text by taking our pencil and press and hold. When you're inserting text, you want to emphasize the ascender on a 1 so that it doesn't get confused for an L, and I'll show that here. You can join or separate characters by drawing a vertical line between them. So let's put this together, wanna know, or you can say details. If you just want to select a word, you just double tap that word. And if you're into it, you can like this video and double tap that subscribe button to see more videos about tech code, and user experience. There is a bonus undocumented feature. Shout out to that Inglewood public school system. You can just use a little loop-de-loop, which is common in proofreading, to denote you want to remove a word, and it works flawlessly. For productivity, let's bring out the big guns. Let's say you're working on your MacBook and you have a file you want to mark up. Hit this iPad pencil icon to annotate it on your iPad, and the notes show up in real time. Do you see this? Look closer. I'm hype. You can use your iPad as a secondary display with Sidecar, but you need an Apple Pencil to interact with the touchscreen directly. Apple Notes boosts my productivity because it's accessible through all my devices in the cloud, which means when I go on my computer and hit Command Space and open the Spotlight search, I can search for my handwritten notes and it just pops up easily on my Mac. Honestly, I think this is the sexiest feature, is that with your iPad screen off and locked, you can just take the pencil, touch the screen, and it opens up a note. It's so beautiful that, oh my God, don't cry. It's so beautiful. Okay, let's put this Mac away. And now to the accessories. So I am a papyrophiliac, which is a lover of paper, pens, and stationery with an E. I don't know if I'm reading that right because I read it on paper, so don't come for me, okay? I'm a lover, not a writer. And I also have been trying to make digital notes happen my whole life. Just this past August, I was gonna buy a Remarkable 2, which is a handwriting tablet that does exactly what I've been wanting to do. So now that we finally have handwriting recognition and seamless annotation, I wanted to make sure that my iPad was as close to paper as possible. And that's why I bought a Paperlike screen protector. It simulates taking a pen and writing onto actual tree pulp pulverized paper. I was gonna put it in this video, but I feel like it deserves its own, about how it works, how it feels, and the technology. So comment below with smileys if you want to see that video. Apple is obviously known for their design and attention to detail, and palm rejection isn't the only way they keep their users in mind. And by palm rejection, I mean you can have your hand on the screen as you write or draw. Make it a little hand turkey, eye, beak, top hat, and then the flipper. Looks pretty good if I do say so myself. The Apple Pencil has computing power in it that can sense the tilt, which is the altitude, the force, which is how much pressure you apply, and the orientation of the pen, which is the azimuth. This makes it intuitive to change ink opacity or brush size depending on how much pressure you apply. Change this to a fatty. You notice I can draw light and then fat. This pencil retails for $129, and you might think of it as an overpriced stylus, but it's really not a stylus. It's different from a stylus because it has computing power with pressure sensors. It also receives digital updates through iPadOS. Personally, I would describe this as a pixel-perfect digital pencil. And the pencil is great, but it's the Apple Notes for me. That's what pulls it all together. If you want to give me a socially distanced pat on the back, please like this video. And if you want me to be able to make more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I am what us tech snobs would call a power user, and the Apple Pencil was useless for me before this update. Plus, I read through multiple 100-page patents, and I have a big reveal about how the Scribble feature will evolve. Oh, my lips are dry. Hey, y'all.